Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I am Mike.
And today, Sunday Funday. So what are we doing today for Sunday Funday? This is basically the quest for best. That's the way we do a throwback to the beginning of the channel. Honestly, I keep saying there has been nothing in all the blinds we've done that has touched these guys. These are the four best bottles we have. So I wanted to see how they actually, when we put them up against each other, how they actually came out. So let's just see who wins on this one. So this one right here is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof. We got it for $79.99. This comes in at 131.4 proof. Against the Old Forester Single Barrel Rye, comes in 128.4 proof. We got it for $99.99. Against the Old Forester Single Barrel, this one comes in at 128.9. We also got that for $99.99. And again, I'm almost out of this one, is the Single Barrel Proof Rye. Did I say this was a rye? This was a whiskey if I said it in the beginning.
I don't think you said rye.
Oh, good. So this is 127.7 proof. And we got this for $72.99. We had to have this one shipped in. I think they're finally here in Massachusetts or Connecticut anyway. So I'm going to have to get another one of them because I'm almost out of it. But I honestly wanted to see, who's going to come out. Because I think these are 1, 2, 3, and 4. As much as that might be boring for some of you guys, these are some of the best bottles we've drank this year.
They are right up there.
They keep winning in every blind we put them in. So I said, let's put them against each other and see, do we like rye better than the bourbon? Because I think I do. So we're going to see if I can pick it, or we can pick it at that match. So normal mash mix-up rules. I'm going to start on the left, work our way right. Or I should say, let me go rewind here. Mike pours them. I'm out of the room. He leaves the room. I shuffle them up. We'll be drinking the same thing at the same time. We're going to start on the left, work our way right. You're going to know what we're drinking. We're going to guess what we're drinking, and we're going to see what happens. So we'll start with glass one, no matter what you see going on the right side of the table over there.
They're cold, chill filters. They're cold, so I'm just warming them up so I can maybe get something out of them.
It is still chilly up here, but I don't think we're going to have a hard time trying to get something out of these, to be honest with you.
But the nose really isn't jumping on this one crazy.
Yeah. It is warm. Cold up here. I'm going to have to put my heat on. But.
It's not I'm just being entertaining myself over here, so.
That is a great start. I will say, we were just talking about a pizza review that we did on my son's channel, Jerky's Food Reviews. You can go back and you can check that out if you want to. And I burnt that first bite when you first take it out. I got stalactites on the roof of my mouth. And man, when you put some high-proof whiskey on there, it's hot.
What are you, still 5?
I can't help it. You know what I mean? We try to do the food reviews.
How many times in school did you run home, we got the Hot Pockets or whatever, and then did it at least once a week? That's when we finally got them. But
well, I said, okay, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. And I'd be careful on the cheese, but then the sauce squirts out and nails it, and then you're still scalded. Last one is phenomenal, by the way.
The nose woke up after a sip, too.
Yeah, I forgot my drink across the way, so we're going to grab that right now. So I can cleanse my palate. I'll be curious to see if we can pick what these are. No, 100%. I agree with you. Come on, if you want to come in.
Really don't carry,
come on,
a heavy rye.
I can't pick you up over here, buddy. Don't hit my microphone. There you go. You can say hi to the people. They do and they don't, though. But I'll be curious to see.
I'll see if it contradicts on this. But
one of the times we picked, it came up in the blinds at one point, and we ended up picking the rye over the bourbon. So the whiskey on the Jack. So I was curious to see if we would do it again.
Still isn't cranking.
Well, maybe I gotta turn the heat over 50 degrees.
Oh.
That's very good too. There's gonna be some knick-knacking going on in this.
This one might be nuttier.
I was thinking that myself.
Nuttier oak end finish a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It seemed to be a little sweeter, too, to me.
I thought, one kind of had a little sweetness to it.
Yeah, no, it did. But I thought this one was just, That's why I said it's going to take some knick-knacking going
It's
back
gonna
and
be
forth.
it's gonna be a tough one.
because they are 4 delicious bottles.
I just don't know
And
what
the
flavor now
profile-
I like better.
The profile isn't that far off.
No.
That's the key. Usually, I always think I get a little bit more of the banana bread aspect off of the Jack than the Old Forester. But
Those now might have come through a little bit better.
I must have spilt over there a little luscious. Look at the table.
I
do like that one a little bit better.
Whatever
two is.
It's got a nuttier
Yeah, it does.
end finish with then a nice little end oak.
I think I got a little more of the banana too on that one with the chocolate.
Yeah, and the suck part because they all kind of have that.
They all do.
I really do have like an end chocolate flavor on this one for some
Yeah,
reason,
no,
too.
yeah.
It's almost like a dark chocolate too. Not
Yes,
even like the
I agree.
not even like the milk. It's like a dark chocolate or even what's the higher one that's the higher count, like a little bit of a bitterness. What's the higher chocolate?
Well, they call it dark chocolate too. It's high cacao. That one, the 80% cacao.
But you have to go 80.
Well, there's some. We did 90 something.
I know. That's
on
real
a
bitter.
channel once, and that was just terrible.
It's very bitter.
Yep,
But I think I like 2 better than 1.
I agree. I agree with that. On the way that way.
Oh boy, I don't know what it's no nose tea. Take a sip. You getting a mad nose? Okay.
Ooh, that changed a lot too. I'll be curious to see if I can even pick which bottles are which.
I'm definitely just sitting here winging.
Kind of why I wanted to do this, because I mean, in my head, if I was picking it, oh man, that's very good too. I don't
know if I
think
like this
could pick it.
flavor profile as much though as 2, or maybe even 1.
I think 1 and 3 might be similar, but I can't really judge because 3. I mean, 1 is always a tough one. Oh, I didn't do my second drink. On, excuse me, on profile wise, because you don't get to compare it to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't tell if I was getting a full-fledged. I can't tell right now either. They all bring that banana flavor to me, so that it kind of narrows down. Like I can't just say, okay, it's one of these two.
This one's bringing me a little more mint though. For me, I just don't remember which one went that direction. I don't remember. The 1 and 2 really didn't give me too much of a mint hint at all.
I get you mint now. I get that. I really like that too.
It definitely
though,
does stick around. I'm not sure. I think I like 2 so far the best. I like the nuttier.
This is going to be a problem. We were kind of trying to figure out if this was going to be our top 4. We have to agree, too. That's going to be the big difference. But I just wanted to see how they would play out. I figured these are 4 banging bottles, and we're coming towards the end of the year.
We are winding down.
We only got a couple Sundays left before we got to do the countdown to Christmas that you want to do.
And like you said, we still haven't put Stag against something, so we'll have to maybe even do a head-to-head with something. I don't know. To see where that stands.
Yep. Yeah, well, we did put it in 1 blind against this, and it got beat. It was 4 of them, and I remember I might have come in second, but it didn't win for sure. All right, we're going on to glass 4. I'm not sure if I like 3 better than 1 or 2, but it's right up in the hunt. Right now,
I have it back a little bit. I'm like 2.
This is where we're gonna differ because
2, 1, 3.
you're gonna.
No, we'll see.
You're gonna steer off of the.
See, nose-wise, it really coming across the initial nose on all 4 were kind of nonchalant. Then you take a sip, it kind of wakes up.
Hold on. It's there. I hear you, it's not like a Weller nose, but it is also like 58 degrees in the house. So.
Oh, see, this one has a nut finish too. And this one might even be a little easier.
Yep. What are the chances that I shuffled them and I did 2 whiskey and two rye? Because that's what I'm steering towards. In my head, I'm thinking whiskey, rye.
Oh, you think this was rye?
Yep. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
It does have quite a little crackle on it.
It has a little bit of a I thought I got a little of the cooling sensation, unless it was
No,
leftovers from 3.
No, you get quite the numbness. It's got more flavor though.
Yeah. This is 4 phenomenal bottles, all for under $100.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the highlight of all of this.
The suck part, I have only one of these, and this was way under $100, isn't it?
No.
Oh,
This one is like 65. I think this is not that far off. This might be 70 in around here. We got it for 72, so it wasn't bad. We had to have it shipped in though.
At one point, Yankee did have this one. I just didn't buy it for me because we were buying other shit at the time.
The single barrel proof is around. I saw it at Total Wine not that long. Well, I shouldn't say not that long ago, a while ago now. But all right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1 second for you guys. We're gonna cleanse our palate. We'll be back in a minute. Sure. So, all right. So we are back. We're gonna start on the right, work our way left. I'll tell you. You know, we take 5-10 minutes. We get a little something to eat. We do. The noses just blow up in there. We don't cover them or anything.
Way below.
Yeah.
Yes, we could, but we never do.
No, we don't. They just sit here. But man, they are night and day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That is a chocolate-covered banana with fresh ground peanuts on it right there.
I don't have the peanuts.
Oh,
I do have a nut, but
man.
I never get like the peanut flavor because I eat peanuts every day. But
Yep.
don't ask me why. I just like them.
Oof.
But that's
I like that a lot.
I did just move that up, and I'm not sure if that bottle's not where it happened to magically be in the right spot.
Mm-hmm. It's funny how often that happens. Because again, he pours them and puts them any way he wants, and then I shuffle them just out of random. I do it some different way each time. And a lot of times we move it. I agree. I think that bottle might be as is, so I'm not going to touch
This
it.
is like a really sweet nose compared to 4.
Sweet.
Yeah, like a sugary, almost like a syrupy sweet nose. Not so much maple, but sugary.
I could go with like a caramel-covered banana instead of chocolate on the
I'm
last
not
one.
really
I'm not
getting the
really
banana.
getting the nuts on this one either.
No nuts.
No.
No nuts.
Oh, that is really good in its own way too. Wow, that has a finish from hell.
I'm not even sure if I like this one better. And I didn't on the way down. And I'm not getting as heavy presence of a mint. This time.
I still get it, but man, that has a crazy finish. This is where the knick-knacking's going to come in. These are so... They are both delicious in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I said it before when the camera was running or if we said it afterwards. Keep in mind, these are all under $100. We got all of these. These are 4 banging bottles for under $100. And with this being said, these are the 4 bottles that I truly believe are the 4 best bottles we've had this year. If you guys see something behind us or think there's something that we should pick otherwise, leave a comment down below. I'll be curious to see. I don't know anything we've had that they win every blind we put them in, first and second.
They usually do come out in front.
Mm-hmm.
This one might have a little bit more of a spike to it.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I think 4 drank a little bit easier. I think 3 might even bring a little more hang time.
I'm kind of with you, so I'm leaning it forward.
I don't disagree. That's
It's
exactly
kind
what
of
I'm thinking.
where I'm going.
I'm not sure if I'm leaning it forward, but I'm tying it right now. These are close.
I kind of like. I do like the nut finish in 4.
Yep.
But I like the little extra hang time in.
This is where it's going to be hard because I get more of a wild ride because I get more of the banana and the chocolate and the stuff on 4. And I didn't get as much of a wild ride with 3, but it was stronger in intensity and flavor and everything.
Okay, I agree with all that. It's just.
I don't disagree with which one's going to win. I'm not sure yet. I'm
I only in my head right now because if I don't do it close or I don't make it drastic, I'll forget where I was at. So.
Man, here we go again.
It's almost like an oatmeal in this one.
Ooh. Do you put chocolate chips in your oatmeal?
I have actually.
I could almost see that.
I put
And that's the
cranberries and
nuts.
raisins.
I was gonna say this. There's definitely chocolate and nuts in
I
it.
should bring you. I just made a whole batch of that everything you just said. Oatmeal, raisin, chocolate chip, cookies. They're phenomenal.
Cookies?
I did myself.
Oh, I was gonna say if you bake it in like a granola form, I'm in. But I'm not a big oatmeal guy. Just to eat oatmeal. But
it's a cookie.
no, I can handle that part. No, I'm just saying, like it was funny because my wife made apple crisp, and she always puts cherries in her apple crisp. And then when I took a little piece of it, and I realized I just want to eat the crunchy oatmeal. I don't even want to like the apples in it. I could have done because she doesn't like cinnamon. You got to put cinnamon. You got to put cinnamon with apple crisp. Really, you got to put it. Smarten up, lady. She don't watch, but we. Say,
yeah, I'm leaning towards. I still like this one flavor wise, off of your little crap crisp. I've never had it, so I don't know. But
it was good, but it's just always better. You need cinnamon with apples. If you're gonna cook,
I don't
down
think
apples,
I've ever cooked an apple without cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She don't like cinnamon, so she doesn't go with that. So it was good, but I did like the granola part of it the best. So that'll
which
say
is brown sugar and sugar.
Yeah.
Crispified.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was good.
I'm kind
but
of leaning towards this one. This is like very good.
I'm in a three-way tie for first coming back. This is going to be the hottest one. I got to deliberate. As you can see, I'm trying to leave as much as possible.
But there is weight
huge.
differences. This is a heavy nut finish for me in this one.
I got to be honest. I do believe the two other ones were rye. I like that cooling sensation I got in the middle of both of these. I would put both of them over this one right now. That's where I'm leaning. You do what you. I know because you don't like the rye. This is where we're going to differ.
I'm not saying no. Yeah. Right now, that's...
You think that's the best one we've had?
I kind of like that flavor.
It is delicious. That's why
I think it has a little variety pack in it, a little more than these.
See, I thought 4 had more, but that's just me. We're going to see. We're going to have to knick-knack them, and that's the true way to tell.
Oh, this is, again, another sugary sweetness. This is almost
weird.
Like
I just had
almost like a vanilla. You're doing a cotton candy vanilla.
Doing your freaking cotton candy, man.
It's sweet.
I don't eat it. I don't eat it at all.
Again, you haven't been to a fair since you were 5, so you wouldn't remember walking by and you can smell it.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't really eat
Well, you
it.
say that. I was with the Scouts when Ryan was in it. We had a cotton candy machine. We were making cotton candy, so I know what it smells like. I hate it. I just don't like cotton candy.
But you never got a sweetness when you're making it? Okay, I didn't say you had to eat it.
I'm not getting cotton candy out of this. Wow, that's powerful too. Man, I think 1 and 3 are the Old Foresters, and they're powerful.
They got quite the edge on them.
They have an intensity to them.
And I'm not sure. This might have a little mint to it. But
we might be 100% wrong on the bottles. It's going to be hard to pick which one I like best. These are 4 banging bottles. There's no slacker at all.
And he says that every time, but these are like
these are top level, high intensity, strong flavor. The finish for days. It's going to take us a while to actually clear our palate.
I'm getting a little
I'm not getting them in. I got it on.
No, but are you getting like a baby orgeal numbness?
It's strong in intensity.
Well, that's so. Maybe we might have one of these ryes in the wrong spot. Is what I was getting at. Well, I almost got like a green tea smell.
Funny you say that. I was getting a weird.
I've never had a tea smell.
I was getting
other than that tea that we had at one time, but
I almost get it in the taste now that you just said green tea. But there was a little difference. These are incredible. All 4 of these. If you can only buy one, buy it. It doesn't matter which one you get. These are 4 on the nose,
I don't know where I want
delicious bottles. I don't know either. I'm literally going to have to go head to head. It's got a nice
oak finish. I don't know. This is
going to be a tough one.
It is going to be.
So luckily for you, it's going to be 1 second. I got 4-way tie for first. I'm not even. There's no joke about this. These are 4 banging bottles. So we're going to have to knick-knack. 1 second for you. We'll be back in a minute. All right. So we are back, and let me tell you something. We switched these bottles like 14 times. We can be 1,000% wrong on what bottles we picked.
We're down to nothing. So.
The more we keep going, man, these are 4 phenomenal bottles. I can just say that on there.
Agreed.
These are easily the best things we drank this year so far.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up thinking, or you ended up, I personally think, I don't know if you wrote down yours. Or I kept moving the bottles on.
We changed it a million times,
So I think it's the Old Forester store pick, just a regular single barrel, and then the Old Forester Rye as glass number 2, and then a single barrel proof whiskey, and then the single barrel proof rye. That's what I guessed that they are for bottles. And we both ended up agreeing. It was 4, 3, 2, 1. Whatever the bottles might be.
Correct.
That's the way they ranked out on there. But, I mean, talking pulling hairs. This was for any given day, any given minute. Every bottle on here is
by far.
phenomenal.
We have at least been here.
Oh, this is a long
well over half hour, 40 minutes, sitting here
Yeah.
going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it
Yeah.
was a
luckily
challenge.
for you, it'll only be hopefully 20 minutes, but for us, it's been a whole lot longer than that. So let's get right into it. I'm curious to see who actually wins this
with
thing.
you.
So our last place glass was what was in glass number 1, and it's what you put in glass number 2.
Old Forester bourbon.
All right, so that we're 1 for 1 on that one. And again, there's not a loser on this table. I just want that stressed.
I'd take that. I'd be happy as a lark.
I will say, whatever glass 1 and 2 are, they were way more intense than glass 3 and 4. 3 and 4 drank with more flavor. These brought the heat, though.
No, they brought edges. Edges.
Whatever 1 and 2 are, it was an intense flavor, but they were like hot compared to 3 and 4. So
yes.
All right. So our third place glass is what was in glass number 2, and it's what you put in glass number 4.
Old Forester Rye.
All right. So we're 2 for 2 on that one.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. No. So we're 50-50 shot of
we started off.
We had these all different. I thought it was 2 rye.
We did change these like. I can't tell you.
But you know what?
Times.
Everyone does every blind's different, and you guys do them any way you want. I like the left to right, the right to left. But honestly, you have to end up taking that time and go back to back because it changes the complexity and it changes the flavor. And that's what brings out the flavors. You have to try them because even though you thought you liked 1 better than 4, unless you drink them back to back, they change on each other.
It was.
Yeah. So
and we did change it like 4 or 5 times.
Oh no, 100%. I recommend a blind like this to everybody because I think it's phenomenal when we do it. So all right, our second place glass, what was in glass number 3, and it's what you put in glass number 1.
Jack.
Just the regular whiskey.
Correct.
All right, because you wrote
Jack
Rye.
Whiskey.
All right,
Jack whiskey.
No. I want to make sure because and then so there it is. So today the winner of this is the single barrel proof rye. From Jack Daniels. And the funny thing is I told Steve last night, if I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, this is exactly how I had it. Rye, bourbon, rye, bourbon. And it actually worked out that way. These are 4 sub-100 phenomenal bourbons. And if you guys have anything that's even in close contention, leave a comment down below, especially preferably ones that we have behind us. Because I'll be curious, because honestly, I think you just saw a quarter of our list because this is the way it is. So unless we do a whiskey and a rye thing, these are phenomenal. And this was the quest for best. These are the 4 best whiskeys
we're going to do the top 10 and we're going to include the ryes, I think, is where we need to go. We don't need a separate list because it's... But are they good yet?
No, honestly, these, for the price, you can't beat these 2 with a stick. You can't. They're $65, $70.
Those 4.
And these are just, these are a little bit harder to find. These finally came to Massachusetts, but around the country, these are everywhere on the shelves.
Okay.
You can't beat that with a stick. You know, all the people that are chasing all these fancy Wellers and all this stuff.
So in our head, we still think George is going to be up there, but you're not going to get that one either. So
we've already done it with this one beat George. You know what I mean? So we will put them up. We're going to have to do that off camera because we're running out of Sundays. But I just wanted to do this one because honestly, I was curious how it planned, and it actually came out exactly how I thought. Actually, I thought it was going to be this, but other than that, Jack is king this year. Jack is an absolute beast, and we shit on Jack when we first started this channel.
Oh, bad.
And he
bad.
He is honestly the stuff they are putting out is just liquid gold, plain and simple.
We weren't very nice.
But man, the amount of flavor they get, it's absolutely incredible. So kudos to you. They don't need my kudos, but answer my email, please. I'm a squire, Jack. No, honestly.
I can tell you what he's going to tell you.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. This absolutely, any one of these, if you can grab one, highly suggest it. So that's Sunday Funday. You want to see a future Sunday Funday? Leave a comment down below. I always love doing yours before we do ours, but I just really had to see, and it was telltale right here. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Cheers.